guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jack. Jay. I like Jack. I wish my name was Jack.
Don't you ever do that.
Jack Attack.
You fucked my whole thing up and now I'm not ready to make a video.
Jay saves.
Hey.
So we got tagged recently in a Facebook post from Killer Flicks by a Cody Leach, who in turn was tagged by a Lee McCoy, sexual Lee G's, that talked about vampire movies.
Lee's cream jeans.
Lee loves those jeans.
Warning, if you want your mind blown, keep this video on.
Yeah, just keep going right now. Get to the nougat. Hey!
Oh. Thor!
So what it was essentially is to talk about vampire movies, like our favorite vampire movies, or it's vampires, I don't know. He's doing it right now. He's pulling up the questions. They were questions that we have to answer. And I feel good about it. Like I've been preparing, I've been boxing a bit.
Would you calm down?
Running, maybe getting broke up with because a girl kicked me in my heart nutsack.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. Cody Leach is an awesome horror YouTuber that you guys should check out. I will put his channel description down below. He's a cool fucking dude and you should check out his channel. If you like our stuff, you'll like his for sure. Just like everybody on Killer Flicks Facebook group. They're a bunch of sexual, awesome people who I would take into my bedroom and sleep with them one at a time.
And by the way, they just passed 4,000 members. God damn, Lee. Did you expect this madness? Do you see what you have wrought?
Can you honestly tell me you've ever seen anything like this?
No.
So it's vampire movie questions.
Okay.
So we're going to answer them. Number one, what is your favorite vampire film and why?
My ex-marriage. My favorite...
Taxes.
Oh, my shits. My favorite vampire movie of all time. It's a tough one, man.
I'm here, I'm queer, stop by sometime for a beer. Get your neck bit.
What kind of beer you got? My favorite vampire movie of all time, it's got to be Lost Boys, man. There's something about that movie with Kiefer Sutherland and Corey Feldman and Corey Haim and just the whole thing with the Frog Brothers and the way the whole thing is presented. It's so sexual and it's so good. It's so 80s, but it holds up over time. And then you got the motherfucker with the saxophone.
Believe.
Yeah, God, he owned the shit out of that concert.
By the way, there's a miniseries on the Paramount Network.
Still Believe?
No, it's about Waco and the Davidashians.
I don't know where we're doing that. The
Davidians. The Davidians. Yeah, he gets when the FBI.
Davidashians. They died.
No,
they did.
Unfortunately,
they did.
But there's a scene where the FBI turns off his power and he gets in the rooftop of the window and he gets a generator power and they're like, we only got like 10 minutes of power, what do you want to do with it? And he turns on the generator and he plays that fucking song in the window to the FBI.
Shall not fall.
He plays the I Still Believe.
Did they play that one?
Yeah.
That's a great song.
Taylor Kish rocks it, dude.
But you know, that movie, Lost Boys, Kiefer Sutherland, Corey Haim and Feldman, the soundtrack itself. Dude, I mean, come on. It's a great fucking movie. What's yours?
It's a good choice. I'm going to go weird. I'm gonna
go weird. You would.
I'm gonna go with something unsuspecting.
You got that dildo in your butt.
I knew you would go. I knew you would go Lost Boys.
No, you didn't.
So I, in turn, moved to Strike, and I'm gonna go with.
I object.
I'm gonna go with Interview with a Vampire.
That's a good one.
That is one. It's just kind
of very homoerotic.
You know what? That's what I like about it. No, what's great about it is, dude, it's Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt in a fucking horror movie.
And Antonio Banderas.
Like shit, yeah, man. And
Kristen Slater.
Kristen Dunst. Kristen Dunst. I got gum on my seat. Gum. But yeah, dude, that movie's just so it's just a badass fucking movie. Like, it's not your typical vampire movie, even though it's very, very, very gothic. But dude, it just feels epic. It feels like if Daniel Day-Lewis in Kings of New York was a vampire movie, it would be Interview with a Vampire. I love that movie.
I also think it's really cool to see Brad Pitt not wanting to be in a movie. Yeah, I think that was the rumor that he just didn't like the role.
Because he had to be Tom Cruise's bitch.
Yeah, he was. And Antonio Banderas.
Suck that blood.
And Antonio Banderas. He's like, try to stop me in the back, eh?
What's in the Katakas? So number 2, are vampires better than werewolves? Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Fuck you.
I don't know.
Yes. Every day of the week.
It depends on the
Dude,
werewolf. Are we talking about
vampires-
Twilight werewolves,
No,
or are we talking about like?
any. But dude, no, vampires are better than werewolves, and here's why. Vampires are better than werewolves because they're just so much more intricate. Werewolves, they fuck the full moon, they turn, and they're just big beasts that fuck shit up. Vampires, they have all these secret powers. There's all these intricacies to how they're layered out. They're just way deeper, man. They're way deeper. They're way more humanistic. They got layers.
That seems gay. I know what you mean, but I don't know.
Vampires are very gay.
There's always been
a lot
something.
of vampires bang each other.
I know,
and that's okay.
There's something about I do
I'm
like.
gonna make a gay werewolf movie.
You're being gay right now.
Let's make a gay werewolf movie.
No, it can't happen.
Together. This is called The Fuzzies.
That'd be great. That's gonna get 2 stars. My Siskel. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. Like vampire powers are cooler, like definitely because they can, they can control people's minds. They have super strength. They come out at night and party, which is what we do anyway. But there's something about werewolves, man. I don't know why I've always liked werewolves. Like I just think the beastie part of them, like they're like Hulk. Like when you piss somebody off.
Mom, you're just jealous. It's the Beastie Boys.
Yes. Just like that's their soundtrack. But like if you're at a bar or something and you're with your girl and this fucking asshole comes like, why'd you steal my jukebox money?
The buck money?
Why did you steal my jukebox money?
It happened to me once. I got punched in the face.
Yeah, I know, that's what I was going with. And then you turn into the fucking incredible werewolf and you fucked him up. That girl's gonna be like, he can take care of a woman.
Do me the yo-yo master, because you're the yo-yo master.
I don't know. Werewolves are more, like I said, they're more wild and free and out in their underwear. But there's something about them, dude. I've always liked werewolves better, because you can still have a job. You can because if you can control,
you can't work night shift.
No, well, fuck that.
You'll be late.
Or if you but there's variations of the werewolf tale. Like some werewolves can control their transformation. Have you ever seen Teen Wolf? Fuck you, Shades. That's a great movie. But I mean, some werewolves can control it. Whichever version you're going with. If you're working day shift though, just to go with what you're saying, you don't have to worry about how am I going to keep this appearance normal? I have to have a job. I have to fucking eat, not blood sometimes.
It would make perfect sense though to run a company with vampires and werewolves, right? Because the vampires could work at night.
They did that.
Werewolves can work during the day.
They did that in Underworld.
Did they do that? That exact thing?
Kind of like it.
Was it like the...
No, because originally werewolves were the guardians of the vampires. And then they revolted. They were slaves.
They're just...
Let my people go.
Okay. So if you build it, I will come.
No.
So
I have to build a baseball field.
Question number 3. Where do you guys stand on that, by the way? Vampires or werewolves?
That's a good question.
And vampires get a lot of sex, dude. Werewolves don't even bang.
But I bet their dicks are huge.
Yeah, but it's like horse dicks. I have a huge horse dick, but all I can fuck is another horse.
No, I mean they
unless you live in Tijuana.
I mean only if it gets all the way home.
That's just donkeys, though, right?
No, they fuck other
chicks. Don't fuck horses, right? No, chicks
do.
Fuck horses.
They fuck horses. Yeah, they like that.
Yeah. Number 3. Who's the most brutal vampire in a film? Brutal vampires in a film. Dusk Till Dawn for sure. They just break people apart like they're fucking Mr. Potato Heads.
I think that, the Dusk Till Dawn chicks, God, they're hot. Some Hayek, fuck. I would say the most brutal vampire, though, that I've ever seen on film. I mean, and there's probably multiple ones, but this is what, right away, Snapchat judgment, is the movie John Carpenter's Vampires. That fucking mean-ass guy from the Slavic Republic with the black hair. And he splits that motherfucker down in the middle and he breaks him apart. Jesus Christ, that guy's violent and how he's like, ah. And he's always licking his lips like, you like that? And it's fucking insane.
I'm so gonna cut that into a meme and just have you go, you like that?
Don't do that. Don't do that ever. So yeah, but that dude is violent and vicious as fuck. The main guy, the main vampire in Vampires, John Carpenter's, that's probably, that's got to be one of the more violent vampires I've ever seen. Yeah. I'm going to tell you one that you're never going to pick as violent or hardcore is Deacon Frost. It doesn't matter who's fucking pure blood or turn. After tonight, the blood god's coming. It doesn't fucking matter. But even though Deacon Frost, that was a great role. He wasn't he wasn't the ultimate pendulum of fucking vampires.
If there was who's the coolest vampire, he might have a...
Well, yeah, he's Johnny Depp. He's Johnny Depp as a vampire.
Yeah. He was
Except for that shitty Shadows movie that Johnny Depp actually did as a vampire.
He was a badass though. Deacon Frost, not Johnny Depp in Dark Shadows. Number 4, favorite vampire transformation. That's kind of a rough one because look, vampires, they're not like, if you want to say who has the coolest transformations, it's werewolves.
Yeah, werewolves have way better.
Vampires just like this is fucking, they just pop out like,
and creep.
Now Blade was good about that, just having the teeth be like sachet. But I you know what I'm gonna go with? I know what I'm gonna go with.
What?
I'm gonna go with the main character in Near Dark with Bill Paxton.
Well, don't throw out some obscure title.
No, it's
no,
good.
I know what it is.
But yeah, no, the when the main dude in the film, the cowboy, gets turned, I'll say that's the coolest transformation because when he finds out it's happening, he's trying to score and she just like nicks him, and then you don't really know what's happening. He gets out of the truck and he starts to run towards his house, but it's daylight. So he has no idea that he's been turned into a vampire, but he's running towards his dad and his little sister, and he's literally catching fire in a field while it's happening. That's pretty rad.
Well, there's two for me. The one that's not as extreme, but it's just, I mean, like when I watched it, I was like,
Mountain Dew Extreme
Surge. Dusk Till Dawn, when Selma Hayek turns into, you know, when she becomes all ugly and shit, I'm like, damn, like, I still do you though.
I hate that.
If you're,
dude, you wouldn't have done lizard skin.
No, the lower body's probably still good.
No.
She just had like the upper body part that was all fucked up.
She looked like Godzilla.
Yeah, that's what she did. But the other part, the other scene I was gonna go with.
I show you the
Damn, now you made me forget.
Sorry.
Shit, hold on. No, I got it now. Fright Night, original Fright Night. The one kid that's all, you know, the geeky one. When he becomes full on fledged,
Evil
like,
Ed.
Yeah, Evil Ed. Yeah, he becomes like a bat thing.
Yeah. What? You know, it's weird because you don't
like
actually see that transformation.
You don't see it,
but when you see him for the first time as a vampire, it's gnarly.
That was nasty. Yeah, that's probably what I would go with. But.
For sure. Number 5. What is the silliest, worst vampire film you've ever seen? That's got to be Twilight, dude. I don't think.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Twilight's so you sparkle in the sunlight and you are fucking a killer.
Now I show you circle to Spider Monkey.
Killer. Sparkle.
And he's got his glittery chest. Like those movies fucking suck shit. Like I know everybody knows they sucked. It's like a running like everybody knows. But let's make fun of Twilight. But that's really I think.
They're the worst vampires. There's memes for a reason why Blade shows up and shoots that motherfucker's head off. Like, come on.
Yeah, those are definitely the worst. Number 6. Best vampire comedy parody. Ooh, I got mine. I'm ready.
I know what you're gonna go with. Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead.
What we do in the show.
It's gonna be Leslie Nielsen's.
Nope. Not Dracula Dead and Loving It, but now you made me fucking forget, Jay.
It's not dead.
Jesus Christ. No. What we do in the shadows. What we do in the shadows. Taika Waititi, the director of Thor Ragnarok, was the main guy in this movie. If you've never seen that, it's like a found footage, like documentary version of like a bunch of vampires living in a house. Fucking hilarious. One of the funniest like horror parodies of all time.
I always consider myself a vampire in Brooklyn.
That's a good one.
Yeah, but it's not like honestly, it's funny, but there are elements of that that's horror. So I kind of dug that.
And it's Wes Craven, you know.
Yeah, and fucking Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. How do you feel about that? Take off your underwear.
Take off your pants and jacket. Number 7.
Take off your panties.
What was your first vampire film?
Ooh, I know mine. My very, 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 very first vampire film was Salem's Lot.
I still haven't seen that.
It's fucked up. Like the very first time I ever watched a vampire movie, it was Salem's Lot, and there was something about the brother in that movie, and it was corny and cheesy or whatever overall, but when the brother floats up to the window and he's tapping on the window for his brother, and he's like, "I'm your brother," and the brother opens the window and it like bites his throat, like, dude, that was fucked up. I thought that was a great movie, or at least that scene was amazing. That was my very first vampire film.
Mine was actually Bram Stoker's Dracula.
You really got fucked over.
Like, I didn't, like, you know, when you're a kid and you don't know a lot about horror movies and someone's like, we're going to watch Dracula, I'm like, fuck.
You got Gary Oldman going.
I thought I was going to get my shit, I thought I was going to shit my pants, man. I thought I was going to be so scared and it was going to be the best night ever and I was jacked to the tits. And also scared to the tits. It was. But
tits fell out.
Nah, as a kid, like you might like Bram Stoker's Dracula. I don't fuck with it. You know, it's not one of those things I like that much. But as a kid watching it, it was just like this gothic, slow-moving tale of fuck.
It was something you'd never seen before.
I feel like
a parent's divorce.
I feel like Aldous Snow in Forgetting Sarah Marsh was like, lose yourself in fuck. It just did not, I had no idea, I didn't get it at all. And I was just like, this shit sucks ass. And I feel like an old person's fart.
You're an old fogey.
Like, I feel like a dusty fart.
You smell like it.
Yeah.
So, they didn't ask this question, but I want to say this. I'm going to add something in really quick. What was a vampire movie that actually scared you? Or like a scene in a vampire movie?
We're just adding questions?
Yeah, I'm going to add one question. I'm just adding one question.
No, it's forever added now.
Yeah. You guys can include this. So,
ma'am?
Calm down. Get the coffee and leave.
Write it down.
And then write it down. One scene in a vampire movie that actually scared you. Or like when you were a kid. Let me addendum that. One scene in a vampire movie that actually scared you when you were younger. Because, I mean, it's hard to get scared anymore with vampire movies, but I remember mine. Mine was Monster Squad. And it was a badass scene. I do remember that scene when Rudy is walking out and the brides of Dracula are coming towards down the street and they're like, he's like, Rudy, what are you doing? He's like, I'm in the goddamn club, aren't I? And he's pulling stakes out and these fucking bitches are like, ah, like, even though it was a badass scene, it kind of freaked me out a little bit. I don't know why. Like, those girls were cute, but you're like, you have fangs and you want to eat my face.
I'm gonna say, and fuck you, because I know you disagree with me on this. I'm gonna say The Descent, because those were fucking.
They're not vampires.
Those were vampires.
They're not.
Those were. I'm a vampire. I'm a vampire. I'm a vampire. Those were fucking vampires, and that was actually some scary shit. When they're all close to the glow in the dark camera, like. I
need more camera attention.
It's like when you're drunk and you try to Snapchat.
That literally. That is what it is. To like me. Ah!
Oh, I got an Achilles.
You have one?
That shit hurt.
I can't believe you just now got one.
Okay, and last question was, who is your
No, who's my host?
I got a lot of
I have a guy in India.
The last question is, who is your favorite vampire? Real, fictional, or both?
It's got to be Kiefer Sutherland in Lost Boys. He's fucking amazing. Loved his performance in Lost Boys. Because he had the badassness. He had the fucking Billy Idol thing, and I will slap you around and fuck you up and make you listen to Motley Crue if you're not a fan.
You can't go Blade because he's not a full vampire.
No, you can't do that.
He's not a full vampire.
No. That's not for me.
Not talk. That ain't me. Chris Sarandon, Friday Night. Chris Sarandon, Friday Night. So I'm gonna go with. That motherfucker looked like Richard Grieco on sex crack.
On what?
Sex crack.
Yeah?
Sex crack.
Where do you get that from?
Booty sweat.
Oh, shit. I knew they discontinued that for a reason.
That dude was just smooth. He was cool. He was kind of an asshole. Kind of awesome. They just had it all to me.
You know, honestly, I didn't mention him. I think you would agree. I mean, this is like a third secondary. Stephen Dorff was pretty cool as a vampire.
He was a badass. I liked Stephen Dorff as a vampire.
Yeah.
I also like Bill Paxton. Again, another Near Dark reference. He was fucking cool in that movie with his goddamn spurs. But
so yeah,
that's the thing. We gotta tag some bitches here. You know, I'm gonna go a little bit different, a little bit strange. I say we tag.
Doctor Strange.
Let's tag our feather. Shit, man, I can't talk.
They're Native American.
I'm gonna tag fellow Killer Flicks member and Halloween aficionado Dave McCrae to do your top vampire questions.
Come on, Dave. Don't be scared, Dave.
David.
You ever seen the movie Dave? You're like the president.
Yeah, right, you're the fucking president.
What's that?
My dad's name is Dave. Are you my dad? Probably. As well as all of you. Fucking join Killer Flicks and put your goddamn answers to these goddamn questions on the goddamn Facebook page.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie.